Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Lee?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the hoose, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Lee.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Mukbang with Aim and Lee. We are the Munch Brunch UK. Lee, tell them what we have on the menu.
Aim, we have a healthy breakfast. Believe it or not, it's a healthy fry-up without being fried.
Yes.
Though we did use fry light, so I guess it's still fried.
Yeah, but it's a very low calorie spray if you know what fry light is in the UK.
Like
Actually, I'm
one
not
calorie
sure.
per spray.
I don't know if they have it anywhere else other than the UK. I'm not sure, but you know what I mean by the low calorie spray. So what do we have on the plate, Leon?
On the plate, Amo, we have bacon with the fat cut off. We have baked beans, poached egg, sausages. You have the same, but with mushrooms and chopped tomatoes.
Yeah, and a mountain full of toast.
Yeah,
and Lee will explain why.
Before we go any further, guys, I need to clarify no toast was hurt in the process of making this video. Though I did burn all of this toast. It all got cremated in the toaster. Because it's only small wholemeal toast, and our toast was set to high heat. So I had to do some fresh.
But he's put some butter on some and not on the other, which I'm a bit sort of confused by.
No. All this fresh toast has butter on it, Aim.
Oh, right.
But healthy butter. The type that don't make you get, like, huge.
Anyway, I love mushrooms in mine. You don't, do you?
Do any of you have healthy breakfast? Like, have you been on diets or healthy eating plans? And when everyone else is sitting there on a greasy fry-up, what do you have on yours?
What it is, instead of having like fried eggs, we've had poached eggs. And obviously you can fry the bacon in tri-light, which is really, really nice as well.
Also, Aim has a bad chest infection. So if we have to pause for a moment or so and clears her chest, then we may have to do that.
Yeah, you just have to excuse me. I'm a bit crocky.
Oh, we're diddling anyways. We haven't been on here for a week or so because we've had busy times. We've had like lots of family commitments. And that's kept us away.
So, it was my dad's birthday Sunday gone. He stayed over, didn't he, on the Friday. And we had like drinks and music and stuff. And then on the Saturday, Lee's mum came through, didn't she? Till the Monday. And then we had like Claire and Ryan here with Jill on Saturday night.
A lot of you have seen Claire and Ryan on our videos. You know Claire is off the channel. Subscriber, friend.
I bet, mate.
Ryan, fella, our mate, my mate. They came around on Saturday into Sunday, and
We don't remember much of Saturday, do we?
I don't remember any of it. I've got little videos that I recorded. I didn't upload them to the other channel, but I recorded little bits, and I don't remember any of it bloody happening. At one point, I remember sitting there. It was like 10:30 or 10 o'clock, and I only had 2 cans of beer.
Oh, carry on.
And I thought to myself, the hell are you going slow tonight? What's happening? You're going to be like sober by 2 in the morning. And then I went to the shop, got some more beer. And then between like 10 and 2 in the morning, I had like 10 beers. I was just gone. I was out for the count. Aim was sitting around talking to one of his mates who came to visit about, what were we talking about?
Supernatural Investigation and Michael Myers.
All sorts of weird and wonderful conversations. I'm at one point at 2, 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning I think it was trying to book a exorcism of our house.
No.
And we don't need an
exorcism. It was a, I don't really know, a blessing, would you call it? I don't know what it was. Anyway, he said that him and his dad and his brother were supernatural investigators and all this thing. I was like, oh.
Nice kid, but I'm not really into exorcisms and that stuff. Why mess with the undead?
This is quite relevant as it is Halloween weekend.
It is indeed. And I also have a religious topic. Well, not really topic, just something that happened. I told you about a couple of days ago.
Right then.
It's not really a topic, it's just something that happened. I do work for a lady, and she's a Jehovah's Witness, which I've no issue with. It's great. She's a lovely lady. And I got to the end of...
Daft, honestly.
I got to the end of my my job, and I won't see her now until after Christmas because my work, what I do for her, is seasonal. Can't do it during the winter. I said to her, I mean, what do you say if you're not going to see somebody for 6 months and you don't talk on the phone every day? What would you normally say? I just normally say, have a good Christmas to people I won't see over Christmas. And I forgot she was a Jehovah's Witness, and I said to the lady, whose name I don't know, yet I've worked for her for like 3 years now, 4 years. I never caught on to what her name is. I said, have a good Christmas, I'll see you in the new year, probably like March, April. She turned and said, oh, I will do, but I don't celebrate Christmas. And she didn't say it with a laugh. Oh, I would do, I don't celebrate Christmas. She was like, I would do, but I'm a Jehovah's Witness, I don't celebrate Christmas, a very serious face. And it put me on the spot. I was like, oh shit, what do I say here? I said,
wait for it.
I didn't know what to say, so I just said, oh, well, have a nice few months then.
What you did me? Honestly.
What can you say? I mean, for people who don't celebrate Christmas.
What I'd do is like, oh yeah, sorry, I did,
forgot.
It did slip my mind. Well, have a lovely weekend then.
I mean, she did invite me to a Jehovah's Witness meeting at one point. She gave me a business card. I showed you all on here at one point, saying, come on to one of our meetings. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not really religious, but thank you for inviting me.
No, she wasn't best impressed with you, was she? Still?
I'll be alright. Friendly lady, but...
At least you said have a nice...
few months.
Few months, yeah. You know, as you do.
But what have
have a nice few months, Pat. Yeah, just you have a good few months.
Her name might be Pat, you know. I've never... she has told me it, but I've never remembered because I'm crap with names. But have any of you, she as well, ever been in a situation with a religious person coming up to Christmas or other times of the year, and you've put your foot in it? And it's in general, you might not mean to, but like if you've got a Jehovah's friend or somebody else who, another religion, they don't celebrate Christmas, when you're getting ready, I've got to go and get the presents, I've got to get the food, I've got to get the turkey, I've got to get the, wrapping done. And they're like, I'm just going to watch EastEnders, have a cup of tea.
So, when I was younger, my mum had a friend, and I won't say any names because you just never know. And anyway, really, really close to her. She was a lovely lady. Had a son who was like in my primary school, and he was he was a year below me. Really got on well. And this lady, she would walk home with us and walk to school with us and everything like that. But all she'd talk about 90% of the time, bless her, was Jehovah's Witness stuff.
Oh God,
and she'd get the Watchtower out, and she'd recite like verses out of it. And
on the way home from school.
Yeah, and we'd stand at the doorstep and outside my mum's and dad's house for a good hour, listening. Anyway, so she'd knock on the door because the Kingdom Hall was actually just down the road from my mum and dad's house.
That's where they were praying to and stuff.
Yeah, so she'd knock on the door like, and then my mum would be like, oh, it's Sunday, so-and-so's here.
Sunday?
Yeah, it was a Sunday. She used to turn up on a Sunday as well. And she'd come back from there, the Kingdom Hall, and she'd be like, okay then, let's discuss everything. And so my mum would have to stand there for the best part. I walked off, and my dad was like, oh God, here we go.
But your mum, let me get straight, your mum isn't religious, is she?
No.
Why?
But she was polite.
There's been polite, aim.
This went on for more than 10 years.
There's been mugged off. It's a Sunday. It's a day of rest.
No, anyway, so she went to the door loads and loads and loads. And anyway, one day, my mum and dad was having a row of all rows, and I'll never forget it.
Happens to us all.
She was having a really bad day, and so-and-so, let's call her Sue, knocked on the door.
Sue so-and-so?
Yeah, Sue so-and-so knocked on the door. And my mum was like, I can't be dealing with Sue today. And that's all my mum said. And she was going, I'm going to the door. My dad said, I'm going to the door. And he went, Sue, she's never going to be a Jehovah. And Sue never came back.
Well, I ain't been... Did you not see her down the school after that still?
This was when I'd left.
Oh, so... that is taking the mix. I mean, if you are religious, fair play to you and all that stuff. I don't mind religious people. I've said this plenty of times before. I don't appreciate when you're meant to go. I've just put butter on my nose. What the hell? I don't appreciate when they badge you in the town, like, come to our meetings, that stuff, when they can see clearly you just want to go to Primark or buy a sausage roll from Greggs. And I don't appreciate when they knock on your door, and especially on a Sunday. It's a day of rest. I know it's their day for getting busy.
Hang on. Sorry, Lee, that's a contradiction.
Why?
A day of rest comes from the Bible.
Does it?
Yeah.
I thought just...
a day of rest.
No.
Sunday, a day of rest. And
it's not. It's just nobody used to work on a Sunday, so it's a day of rest.
But it come from the Bible.
Back in the day, in England anyway, before we were like old enough to work.
Where did the saying, a day of rest. Where did the saying "a day of rest" come from?
Oh my man.
According to Wikipedia, Sabbath is first mentioned in the Genesis creation narrative, where the seventh day is set aside as a day of rest and made holy.
It's a holy day.
Well,
Sunday.
When I was a kid, you weren't allowed to work Sundays. No shops were open. The pubs were all shut, I think, from Sunday lunch. Your arse, watching the cricket or the football. I never watched cricket. And day of rest.
Yeah, but that was what it is on the 7th.
Well, I didn't know that, so I apologise to any religious people out there. But still, don't knock on my door on a Sunday. Do it any other day of the week. But Sunday, I just want to make the Sunday dinner and chill out. I don't want that toast. I'll have another slice of toast. But my mum was here the other day, and you know you forget things from when you're a kid. She brought some things back because she was all, you know, you reminisce when you catch up with your parents, and she's like, I used to hate it. So what's that, Mum? Well, she was telling me and Aim, so her and Aim was on a chat. On a Sunday, after going out with my friends like my dad and their mates on a Saturday night, just, you know, you hung over on a Sunday. But for me to get into primary school, you had to go to church so often. What are you doing with the player?
I've had to move it because I'm scared of my beans.
That's alright. You had to go to church so often at my school, like every other Sunday or every Sunday. And she'd had to get up hungover after a night out on the town and take me to church. She said, I hated it. You just wanted to go and play with your mates. I wanted to stay in bed. I was like, I hated it too, Mum. And yet you made me go for 4 bloody years on a Sunday, every Sunday. Why couldn't I stay at home in bed or play with my mates?
I thought you used to go like... I thought it was Sunday school.
Yeah, I went to Sunday school, and then after Sunday school, we went into church, and then after church, went in my best clothes and everything, little shirt and tie, some crap. I had to go home. I was like, what a waste of a Sunday. Not for everyone. If you are religious, good for you. Just boring for me.
It's not necessarily boring for everybody, though, is it?
That's what I just said. Not for everyone, just for me. And then them bells. Oh my God.
I like church bells. I like actual church music. You know,
Yeah, gospel. A choir and stuff.
Well, I do like gospel, but you know, like the organ players.
Yeah, organ players. Well, I went past the church the other day.
I love gospel choirs, though. My God.
I went past the church the other day, whatever day it was. I don't know do the bells just go for a Sunday or every day? Every day, innit, at a certain time?
Well, they ring the hour, yeah, I think.
Every hour? Oh my God. So I went past the church the other day walking the dog and they set off the bell. I thought, so the poor git who's in there, they must have a banging headache at the end of each day. Like having to ring them bloody bells. Sore arms, like tugging the bell and then banging headache. What am I meant to do with that there, Aim?
Sorry.
These bells don't shut up. I thought, okay, they're ringing, they're letting people know it's 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever the time was. Like, bing bong, that's all you need. If you live next door to that, and this bell, I could hear it for 5 minutes.
Can I borrow your knife?
What the hell? Let me eat my dinner, Ryan.
What, can I borrow your knife?
So, when am I meant to eat mine here, eh?
Because you're not shutting up. Eat your food. You always say to me, well, you got to eat your food.
I'm getting through mine, don't you worry about that. But bells and churches, church bells, can't they like put it on like a WhatsApp group? Like anyone who wants to know what the time is, join the church WhatsApp group and they'll send you a message on the dot at 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. You don't need to alert the whole of the area who are probably in bed on a Sunday. It's 10 o'clock. Let them sleep.
Is there anything good about the church, Lee?
Yeah.
Or...
Free wine and biscuits. And getting married.
You hate church marriages?
Yeah, and christenings. I got christened when I was a kid. I don't remember much about it. I was like 4. I don't know. Yeah. What's that what? What's that for? Did I get christened?
A lot of people have it done when they're really young, like a baby.
I don't know, but I know I had to get christened, is that what it's called, to go to primary school. It was very religious, my school was.
Was it a Christian school?
Yeah.
See, my school was Christian. I don't know if it was Christian, but it wasn't religious. My primary school in the slightest. Tia's were the Catholics, because she's not Catholic though.
It wasn't religious in the respect of you had to pray and stuff. They did sometimes, not often. But we did have to go down to the church, represent the school like once a month or something or other.
We had to do the Lord's Prayer at the end of every, what do they call it, assembly?
Yeah. Assemblies were cool in school.
And hymns. The animals came in 2 by 2. Hippopotamus and a kangaroo who built the ark. No, all that.
Yeah. Love that.
I used to love that one.
I think that was awful though.
Why?
They used to make us sit on the floor.
Yeah,
What the hell's that all about? Well,
There's loads of them.
I know. And when he was in school, until you get to like year 6, then you're allowed a chair. But below that, you're not. And me
I
and
wasn't allowed a chair in year 6.
well, they did in maybe not in my school. Tia's did. But I remember we went to one of her, like, she did a concert or whatever, or a play, school, Christmas,
that was pews
whatever.
then, because that was in a church.
Well, whatever though.
Her school had a church on the grounds.
Yeah, but like in the hall, I went into the school hall and they did some stuff, and there'd be the little kids sitting on the floor, looking up like, "Well, I can't have a seat," because you're a little kid. We had to go through that as well for 5 years. But then when you're an adult and you go to the
School plays.
school play or parents' evening, like
We get to sit on the kids' chairs, didn't we?
yeah, it don't work. An adult arse on a kid's little seat does not work. I couldn't get one arse cheek on there. It was not comfortable at all.
So, what was your favourite thing about primary school? Like, I used to love the Christmas shows.
Lunchtime, because you got to eat.
Did you ever do swaps?
I used to do nicking. Like a lad called Chris. His name was Chris. It isn't a made up name. He was on school dinners, and I used to unpack lunches.
What meant you was going to nick out of his lunchbox?
No, he had his dinner on his plate, and he'd go up to get a drink, and I'd just quickly nick a chip. And they were so good. I did this like 4 years, and someone eventually said, "Do you like the school dinners?" I was like, "Well, the chips are nice, Mum. Well, do you want to go to school dinners for a while?" "Oh, go on then, let's give it a go." And I weren't that big of a fan. The chips great, the rest is a bit poo.
Our school dinners were really, really good. Like, we'd have some...
These are big stuff.
Did you used to have like a week of different
I think
country
so.
food?
No, Tia did. I didn't do that.
We had like a week of eating Indian food. We had a week of American, different around the world stuff. That was fun.
Ours weren't that adventurous. Ours was like, we can have fish and chips. We can have some sort of funky looking meat and gravy and chips.
Yeah, we had that. I don't know. I never figured out what that was.
But I'm glad I didn't go during Tia's time at school, because that Jamie Oliver's got a lot to answer for. Give them fruit. They're not allowed puddings. They can't have fizzy pop. Can't take crisps. What all these rules he came out, I'd have hated it. I'd have had to protest against that stuff.
It's better for them, let me.
I'm not saying it ain't, but it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Our school dinners was good though, I'm not going to say it won't. And our Christmas parties, I love them.
Christmas parties are cool. Well, you know yourself, like Santa would come in. Did he come in to you? Not allowed these days. That's another thing. Because people got the wrong end of the stick. Different religions. No, you can't say Santa in school. I don't know all the rules nowadays. But I know there's stuff like you can't say Santa. You can't have a Santa in school because it offends certain religions. I think that's very unfair. If you don't want your kid to go on an experience, that's fine. Just have a day off. Give them a few days off, whatever. But you can't stop the kids who do celebrate Christmas not having Santa Claus in school. But then again, I guess there's a lot of like dodgy people who dress up as Santa Claus as well at the same time. So you can't take chances. I sat on Santa's lap once and farted. I did. I was like 8. I didn't mean to. I was like 8 years old. I didn't mean to do it. And then he had a right go at me. He said, "Get off my lap, you dirty little whatever you called me." I was like, "Mate, you can't say mate, you're Santa."
You was 8, Lou.
I know, but why? We all do things at 8 when we shouldn't
That's
do.
knocking on a bit like, to just, for one, sitting on Santa's lap, in my opinion.
Well,
maybe.
I think I was 8. Maybe I was, whatever. What age is it unacceptable to sit on Santa's lap?
I think I stopped around the age
15.
maybe 5. No, but we used to like Christmas parties. Did you ever take your clothes in a carry bag and put them on your desk? And then you get changed at the end of the day for your Christmas party.
How dodgy is that though, that you was expected to get changed in front of everyone else? If you think
Even
about
the
it,
teachers.
early on in primary school, especially in the UK, I experienced it, I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
You didn't have change rooms in the first few years. Like year, say, 1 or whatever it was, to maybe year 4 or 3.
Yeah, it went on a bit, didn't it?
You just stood in the classroom behind your chair, took all your clothes off down to your underwear, and got into your PE kit. What the hell's up with that?
Yeah, it is a little bit dodgy, to be honest. I mean, I have now discovered we had a bit of a dodgy teacher as well in the school, which, However, there was the best times, I wouldn't lie, getting ready for your Christmas party, your school discos. I loved it.
Lunchtime now.
We're back to lunchtime.
Not the food, no. being a lad, and being somebody who liked football, me and my mates, so
That was great.
we got into a phase of like we'd always wear our football kits, mine being Man United one. I'd have the shorts and t-shirt, the full kit and the socks on
You
underneath
was
my
allowed to
uniform.
do that? We
Yeah.
weren't allowed to.
Because we had a huge field that we could go and play football. You wouldn't have your lunch, you'd have that right at the end. You just run out, get your trousers off, your school trousers, so they don't get wrecked. Get your school... say school shoes, we used to wear a lot of trainers. And take your school jumper and shirt
We had
off.
to wear pumps for our PE.
Oh yeah, PE pumps, yeah. But in
One of
school
them
on a
had
daily
trainers.
basis. And we'd play football for ages in our football kits. And then quickly get changed, but then you're like sweating like an idiot and it's very uncomfortable in class.
We used to have, like, everybody used to bring in a tennis ball. It was just a thing.
Oh yeah.
At one point, got to have a tennis ball. Got to have your cards. Boys would be football, girls would be Barbies. Do
Yeah.
swaps.
Yeah, mine was football card. And Pogs. That was in primary school.
Pogs were the best. You don't know what Pogs is, you're best up just looking it up because no one would really ever play it too much.
No, it's definitely all about collecting. And then Toy Day. Toy Day in primary school. They're not allowed that now either. Or someone just fell over in my cupboard. Barney, it's just my cupboard. Either you're not allowed it or
Yeah, I do get that a little
restrictions.
bit. It's because obviously other people haven't got toys. Some
No, I
people-
get that as well, because I remember Tia telling us that.
Oh, sorry.
At one point, she was allowed to take in anything she wanted. And then there was like, it can't be like battery-operated games or handheld game console things. I said, why, Tia? Because some kids just can't afford it. I was like, that's fair enough. And then on the other hand, if it gets nicked by some other kids, you got nothing but trouble.
Have any of you guys got these metal straws to try and, save on the plastic thing?
Is that what it's for? I thought it was just being a fussy horse.
No? It's just a little bit awkward.
Do you want my bacon?
Why haven't you eaten it?
I'm not a massive fan of bacon. I just do it for the video.
Try you. These sausages are amazing, guys, from Lidl. Again. Lidl are pulling out all the stops lately.
Skinny sausages, they're called. So like
I'm
low
not
fat.
skinny though, I'm huge.
But they are low fat and really tasty.
Okay.
So let us know your healthy breakfast options below. Maybe just a muesli kind of guy. Or
I actually like music. I haven't had it in years.
I've never tried it. I've been eating a lot of porridge lately.
It's a bit like porridge, but with all different things in.
It's in the same section as porridge in the what's its face Lidl cereal aisle.
What was your favourite cereal as a child?
Frosties or Rice Krispies
Snap, crackle and pop.
or Rice Krispies and Frosties together.
Oh no, I never did that.
You never mix cereals. I never mixed them two because they were like the expensive end of cereal range.
I genuinely just like cornflakes. Even when I was a kid, I liked cornflakes.
Yeah, I did. Like, I went to my grand's to stay over. My granddad was a cornflake kind of guy. No, my gran was. My gran was all about the cornflakes. And my granddad was Weetabix. And I'd have a choice when I'd go around. Weetabix or cornflakes? I don't know. Can I have both? And a bit of cornflakes on top of your Weetabix. It's got a different kind of context. Consistency.
I do like warm cornflakes because of you.
Yeah, warm milk cereal is bad. In a good way, I mean. But then the other thing was, back to school times, the build up to Christmas was so much fun.
You know what I loved? Christmas cards in the post box.
Yeah, we did that as well. Yeah, you'd have a little post box in the hallway and you post your cards, and then did you ever get to hand them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, like each day a different kid would get to hand them out to so and so.
And I was a milk monitor.
Yeah, I did that as well. But then at the end of that one was the bugger, because sometimes you end up with like the warm milk because you had to wait till everyone else got theirs. Did you ever ring a bell?
Like a big gold thing.
Big gold bell to ring for like break or at the end of the day?
Yeah.
I'd do it early. I'd get sent out of class. Not every day. I weren't a bad kid. I was just a little bad kid. And I'd get sent out of class. And I'd be right next to the bell. I'm like, right, the little buggers want to send me out. I've got to stand out here whilst they'll have the milk and I'm not getting no milk. So I'd ring the bell. And I'm like, yeah, it's time to go. You're on chairs scraping.
Honestly.
Carts pulled on. And then teachers say, it's only 10 to 3, or whatever the time was. I'd be looking through the window.
You
laughing.
honestly conjured up this as a child.
Yeah.
You thought, I'm going to ring the bell and...
To get them all into trouble. Yeah, but the only one who got into trouble was me. Because I was the one ringing the bloody bell.
I don't understand how you thought up these things as a kid.
I was I was a right little genius as a kid, that's what I was. And then, the best was we had a big flood in our school, so the roof caved in or something or other. Not whilst it was in there, it'd all be dead now if it had. They had bad weather, and the roof leaked really bad. And it was shut for like 2 months.
School?
Yeah. So they sent us to another school. You couldn't do it in high school because there'd be fights, like, because rival schools and stuff. But in primary school, it was really fun. But we ended up sitting in the school hall of this rival school, local school, and we'd just be sitting there doing our work, and they'd all be coming in for their lunch. I was like, what the hell? I want my lunch. We had to have it separate times to them, lot. So it soon lost its fun side. But initially, it was good.
So, did you not have tables or anything? You just had to sit on the floor?
No, we had like chairs and a table, but it was in the school hall where everyone was eating their lunch and whatnot. So, yeah, but the school just leaked everywhere.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where we would have gone, actually. I don't think we would have been able to have.
They'd have done something or other, I'm sure. They could. Back then, it wasn't like these days with COVID, where just let the kids have 6 months off. It won't affect them.
I'll tell you what we did have in high school. Somebody rang in and said, I've planted a bomb in high school. Everybody had to evacuate, like, we had to have the bomb people in, and honestly...
I never even thought of that one. I could have done with that when I had exams coming up. Oh, it's definitely something I would have liked to have tried.
No, you wouldn't, eh?
Not really. I never would have really said, look, I've got a bomb. I would have just said, look, there might be a package somewhere in that school. In the school hall where the exams are going to take place. So Lee will be sitting at 2 o'clock today. I should get him out of there. That's what I'd have said.
So this person rang up and said, oh, I've planted this somewhere or other. The teachers, this was before anything obviously bad happened in the world, but they got us all on the playground, and you're literally just going to have to get out. But basically it was like, you're going to have to go in single file, and everyone's going to have to just go out of the school. They didn't contact parents, and it was like, you get out of school now. They had like the proper like bomb people in, and
that was a pain also when somebody in the school, some like school knobhead would crack the fire alarm. Everyone has to rush out.
oh,
You get out there in the bloody rain, usually, because I was up north, so it's usually raining. And you're like getting soaked. No coat, you weren't allowed to take anything with you. I mean, literally, your coat's behind you. You're not allowed to pick it up, the daft kids. How daft is that? It's not going to kill
leave
you.
everything where it is. I'm like, well, if there's a fire and my bag of stuff's
You want
there,
your pencil case and all your stationery.
taking my stuff.
But like, literally, you're sitting there, your coat's there behind you, and you're not allowed to pick that coat up. You won't stand out in the rain. Makes a lot of sense. You get
The
out there.
teachers did though. They had their bloody coats on.
Oh yeah, they're there with a pack of fags and a nice fresh coffee on the go.
Yeah, have you noticed that as well? Believe it or believe it not, I don't know if it's the same for you, but kids nowadays are allowed to have water at the table and things.
Yeah, I wasn't.
We was not allowed to drink in school. But they'd sit there with it like that, a mug of coffee.
Yeah, they did all the time.
That we was not allowed a drink at all. Like, you had to wait till break or lunchtime. You couldn't have a drink if you was desperate for a drink in
Unless
class.
you went to the toilet, which I did a lot, every like 5 minutes to get a drink out of the fountain that we had there.
We didn't have a fountain, I don't think, in high school, but we did in primary.
No, in primary, that's what I want about.
But we was not allowed, even in high school, we was not allowed to drink until break or lunchtime.
I'd sneak out. High school, in between lessons, we had a little bakery around the corner, and they did the best ever
You
custard
went
slices.
out of the school.
Yeah, because literally, they say the bacon is my school, the egg there is where the bakery was. So you had to leave the school, just run round you know that big bridge we go over to get into the town in Lancaster?
Yeah.
Literally, it's on the left before you get to
Yeah,
the
but
bridge.
Leo, did you make it out the school?
Crawled behind the gravestones.
Our school was like high security.
No,
We was not. Well, you've seen mine. It's a super school.
Behind our art block, we had a graveyard. You crawl behind the gravestones, get to the bakery, get this big custard slice. I ain't joking, it's like that.
So you're telling me, is this in class time?
Like in between, say, science, because my science block was there, my
I
art
thought
block
you
was
meant
there.
you left the class.
No, but I'd get into class late, and it's Mr. Thompson, my art teacher. Where you been, Lee? I'm like, toilet, sir. I still have a custard slice all over my face.
I can't believe. I mean, we had a chip shop round the corner. We had all sorts. Well, you know, we got this place round by my school. You've been with us there. Took us on a vlog called Bentley Bridge. They got like McDonald's, I mean KFC, the lot. So a lot of the kids went there. However, we did have a chip shop round the corner, and all the kids, and I don't know what the tradition was for, but every kid in that school had mint sauce on the chips. So at the end of the school day, you just see paper with mint sauce all over the place. But we was not allowed out the school. Sometimes they'd actually say no off campus lunch or whatever they'd say. But we would get into serious trouble.
No, I was a rebel without a cause. I was allowed to do what I wanted to do. I was just a free spirit.
The only thing I ever did wrong regarding having a drink, because I love water, as you guys know, water's. I really need a drink. So I was like, Miss, I've got to take some medication that I've brought into school. I said, but the trouble is I haven't got a drink, and we wasn't allowed to go in our bags. So I went all the way to the main office, pretended I had a couple of paracetamol, and I was like, can I get a cup of water out the thing?
That's quite devious,
a water distill, a machine.
Dispenser.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, God, thank God. I just need another one. And I took 3. I was like, oh, thank God for that.
Taking a whole bloody bottle of tablets.
So it said on the toilet, and I wouldn't want to drink out them toilets anymore, do not drink the water. It was awful.
Yeah, I honestly never drank out of the toilet.
You could ever understand why I struggled not drinking water.
Oh, yeah, the way you are. Me and you, and would be like yin and yang. We'd be like opposites in school. I'd be the rebel, you'd be the class smart. You'd be like, Lee, just shut up and sit down, I'm trying to learn here.
No, it wasn't even that. What annoyed me about people like that
like me.
Was they'd trap on all through the goddamn lesson, and then we'd have a class detention. And I'm thinking, well, I've done what I've got to do. I can chat away, all goddamn after school, whatever. But I had to be stuck in there waiting for everybody else to shut up so we could leave before we had a class detention.
Well, I never had to have that issue. I was the detention. I remember one class I walked into, Mr. Rouse, my old science teacher, I walked in, right, Mr. Rouse, Lee got a detention. The frick have I done now? I just walked in, mate. Yeah, but I know you're going to do something before now and the end of the lesson, so I might as well give you it at the beginning of the lesson so we can avoid the argument during the lesson. Okay.
Did you ever have a good day?
Yeah, every day. It was always fun.
No, I mean, did you ever, be good?
Yeah, I was often good. In history, I really settled down and behaved.
One lesson?
In
history?
In PE, I used to write a letter for myself and say it was off my mum. I got an ingrown toenail, miss. And this went for like 5 years. Lots of ingrown toenails.
Oh my God.
No, I did have ingrown toenails. I couldn't bloody walk some of the time. But other times I just couldn't be asked to do bloody badminton or whatever the hell they were doing.
Didn't you like playing football and all that?
Yeah, I did. But not with some of the knobheads that played football. Like, you had some right show, so I thought it was like the next Wayne Rooney.
Some of them were. A couple of the people in my school actually went on to play professional football.
None of mine did. My school used to get sent off. Like, they'd have a match against another school. I wasn't in the team. And I went to watch the one day. And they started kicking off with the referee. And they all got sent off. And that was it. Done. Anyway, this has been entertaining. I think we should wrap it up now.
I ended up with a right naughty little kid, didn't I?
You settled down as I got older.
You're damn right you settled down.
Ah, Barney. I'm giving him egg and he just dropped it on my cushion.
Well, that was a bit silly.
What a tramp.
Why would you do that with egg for?
He was enjoying it.
Oh, God.
Take us away.
This is really, really nice. I recommend you get them sausages from Lidl. They are
skinny, outdoor bred sausages or something like that.
Yeah, but they're huge, aren't they? They're really, really, really nice. They've got like a bit of a spice to them.
Yeah, they are herbed up.
They're herbed up. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a fantastic Halloween or had a Halloween whenever this video goes out and had lots of fun. Make sure you put your broomsticks back in the cupboard. Anyway, guys, remember to be nice, remember to be kind, comment, share, like and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Check out all the socials, they're in the description below. I don't mean to go on and on.
Alright, and this here is going for the birds.
What a waste.
Got to go give it to some birds.
Is that all the wholemeal bread as well?
It's all wholemeal bread, eh? It didn't last in the toaster. Wholemeal bread is not made for toasting. Anyway, laters.